All right, guys, we are going to be reacting to this very interesting video that it was recommended from one of you guys. Why I moved to Russia and why you should too. I think the guys from Australia. A lot of interesting stuff going on in Australia. The politics is kind of weird, but it's in the walkie side of things, right? It's very interesting. I don't think some folks really understand what the hell is going on in the Western world. Well, I'm gonna leave it like that. He's gonna explain to us why you should move to Russia. Let's jump in.
Hey, my name's Scotty. Welcome to my homestead. I've been living out here for 5 years in the middle of nowhere in Russia. This is a big pond we dug, and this is a home that we built and still building. If you haven't seen my story, you can click on my name and go and check out some of what we're doing. But most people want to know, Scotty, why did you move from Australia to Russia? And it's a really great question, and so I'm going to try and answer it in this video. Look, I've been here 5 years. My wife is Russian. Our son was born in St. Petersburg, but after that we moved to Australia. We lived there for 2.5 years, and then COVID happened, right?
There we go. Yeah.
Some of my guys.
I told you. It's like some of these countries, they went so far left, it's crazy.
COVID happened. And for the first year of COVID, like nobody knew what was going on in COVID. But one of the things that I knew is I didn't want to participate in any experimental technologies. And there was no way I was going to let my family have any injections that we didn't know were, I don't want any injections at all, let's be honest with you. But most of Australia did, and most people there just bowed down to the propaganda and to what they were told to do. And after a year, we realized that Australia had fallen, and we wanted to get out and live a bit more of a free life. So we left, and it was crazy times. It was crazy. I flew my family from Australia via Japan to Moscow with no masks. I never wore a mask once the whole time. And if you wanted to wear a mask, you wear a mask. But, I did my research and realized it was a complete load of crap. So refused to do it. Had a lot of arguments on the way, but international and domestic flights with no mask were pretty full on. But that gives you an idea of the kind of person I was and am. So we moved here. And again, the main reason was I could see that Australia was just getting worse and worse. And I wanted to be in a place that was a bit more like normal. And so we moved to Russia. Now, I'll be honest with you, first probably 4 years, I fought being here. I didn't like it. The weather, look how grey it is. It's cold. I grew up in the tropics. I liked warm weather. I like surfing. I like being outdoors. And here, it's 7 months of the year it's cold. 5 months of the year there's snow on the ground. And as an Aussie, it's just very hard to get used to that. So for the first 4 years, I fought it. I just hated it. Last winter, I decided to leave. I went to Costa Rica and Ecuador, and I just got away for the winter. And then when I came back at the start of the year, I realized, hey, actually, I like it. I just don't like winter. And because I'm able to live anywhere, I don't have to live anywhere particularly for work. I work online. I do real estate investing if you're interested, but that's...
He's good. He got me locked in for a couple seconds.
It allows me to be wherever I want. And so that's the life I created for myself. So as long as I leave for winter, I actually really, I like living here. Now, the biggest reason I like living here is because of the Russian culture and the Russian people. The weather's shit, let's be honest. The weather's crap. But the people are beautiful. When earlier traveling, I would meet Russians, and Russians were always doing their own thing. The Europeans all hung together, the Germans, the French, the Swiss, the Swedes, the Aussies, the Kiwis, the Americans. We were cool. We would hang together, but the Russians were always separate for some reason. And we had this thing with the Russians are really cold. The weather's really cold, but the Russians are the opposite. The Russians are very warm, but they're very real. And this is the thing that most people confuse with the Russians is they don't have what the Russians call the American smile. So the American smile is this fake outward smile where everyone has to be, hi, how are you? Good to see you. Hi. And this is like this little fakeness, you know what I'm talking about. If you see it, it's this American smile. It's this plastic smile that is not.
Hi, how are you? Good. Oh my God, really? Wow, I chose it. Just a smile. I saw him in the supermarket. Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Not genuine. It's skin deep. Whereas the Russians if they meet you in here, like it freaked me out at first when I moved here. I didn't understand it. They don't know you. They don't put any emotion or any expression on their face whatsoever. Like none. It's amazing. Like I would see someone driving and I'd wave, hi. And they would just like look at me, and I was like, holy shit, that's like super weird to me. And it was weird. And still even now, like I fall into the, you're like, hi, oh wait, I'm in Russia. But it's just like this cold stare. No malevolence, but there's just no need for them to connect with somebody that they have no idea who this person is. Whereas in the West, we put on the hi, and then behind scenes, you're like, God, I hate that guy, he's such a dick. But you have to be like, hi. Here, you don't have to be. It's just what you see is what you get. And that's the key with the Russians. What you see is it's real. It's absolutely real. It's like an animal in nature. There's no falsity. There's no mask that needs to be worn. And so it's not that the Russians are cold, it's that the Russians are real. And I don't know about you, I would prefer real than plastic any day. And so I like that about the Russians. I really love that what you see is what you get. You know exactly. Now, the difference of a stranger to somebody that's close to you is the connection with the family, the closeness with family and friends here is on a level that I've never experienced in the West.
Yeah, and I had to agree with him regarding this topic. And you see this in a lot of these videos that we react, like the walking videos that we react. You can see how well-mannered some of these folks are. You see the females, even though they look very nice, beautiful, they keep class. They're very classy. Also, you can see the kids with their parents. You don't see weirdness, man. You don't see weirdness. It's so hard. I don't know how to explain this. Like I can see why a lot of people get appeal or some kind of urge to go to Russia. You know what I'm saying? Like it is kind of like you start doing this, right? Like so I can understand why. It's just so
the West is very individualistic. We're all about my individualism, my personal rights, who I am as me, just me. Right? Whereas in Russia, it's very traditional. Now, it's not just Russia. There's obviously other traditional places too, but I live here. But it's very connected community. People are in it together. The family is very tight-knit and close. Generations live together, support each other. Whereas in the West, we're very isolated from each other. We're very disconnected. So that heart space in the Russian culture, and I'm sorry, I'm shaking here a little bit. I'll try this better. That heart space is a lot deeper. Now I'm going to go smash me in the comments if you disagree here. I'm just giving you my perspective from living here for 5 years, being married. My wife and I have been together nearly 9 years now, right? Like this is what I'm experiencing. And my wife's family, very close. I live in a traditional community. This is not Moscow, ladies and gentlemen, right? Like I'm out here with the real Russians. So this is what I see, and I'm going to share with you only the truth. You'll only ever get the truth out of me. That's why I connect with the Russians.
It's the best way. The best way to do it like that. I mean, just be truthful. Be who you are. If you have some opinions that might just ruffle some feathers, I think that's the best way to do it. And that way, people know who you are. You're not this fake person. You're not just pretending to be somebody. This is the right approach. Shout out to him.
Russians so well because they're very truthful and I'm very truthful. This is the difference. The West is individualistic. Russia is more collective. They're more connected with each other. Now, we won't go into the politics of that, but anyway, I'm going to leave that. I got to be a bit careful with this YouTube thing because people are telling me, hey, Scotty, if you talk shit about the West or about, COVID stuff or agendas or whatever, you're going to get blocked. And I don't want to get blocked because I want to share with you guys, but I also want to be honest and I just want to tell the truth. So help me out here if I have to sort of speak in code sometimes just so we don't get blocked. But, what you see from me is what you'll get as well. So this is the truth of the matter. Now, again, why I moved here initially was to get away from the craziness of the lockdowns, etc. in Australia. It was life as normal here. And we wanted to get away from that. And my wife was like, let's go. And I've lived around the world, so I didn't mind. But now that I've been here, the only thing that I don't like is this cold weather. I'll never get used to the cold weather.
I love cold weather, man. I love cold weather. Yes, give me more. Right now it's 31, 32 degrees Fahrenheit right here in Wisconsin. You look outside, it's raining a little bit. You open the door, you get that cold breeze coming in. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, this is me. Where he is right now, that's where I really somehow that's where I get energy. I love it. But he's from Australia, but I'm from Puerto Rico, which is I think one of the most tropical areas in the United States. And I still love cold weather, man. Like I'm a coldie, I guess.
So I leave in winters now and I go traveling in the warmer places. No problems, I can do that. But for, 7 months of the year, the shoulder, 7, 8 months of the year, probably 8 months of the year I'll have to be here. Farm life, food, family, eco-village life is amazing. Just in the winter I have to leave. So, yeah, I guess I'm trying to answer why I live here over living in the West. Let's get into the price of stuff as well. We bought this land, and I'll make a full breakdown video. You can probably find it in the description somewhere of the cost of everything. But we bought this land, 3 acres of land in an eco-village for $13,000 US, about 20,000, just over 20,000 Aussie dollars at the time. 20,000 bucks Aussie, 13,000 US. It's incredible for 3 acres of land. And then we built the house. Cheap. Again, I'll have a video breaking.
That is pretty cheap. That is really
down
cheap.
Everything. But we've probably spent all in about 150,000, and it's a nice house. I'll do a tour of it as well. About 150,000 building our homestead here. And we've been able to do that without debt, which is amazing. So to do that in Australia, impossible. Absolutely impossible. It's just not going to happen. The price here is a lot cheaper, which makes life a lot easier. Yeah. So the price of food and stuff is again cheaper. Things are going up now with this Ukraine conflict. But life here is a lot more affordable than it is in the West, which makes it a lot easier. And especially if you can earn US dollars or Aussie dollars or something. And if you guys are thinking about moving here, give me a shout. You can, jump into my community as well. And
he will teach you also about real estate investment, which I think that's probably how he makes his money.
Ask me questions and stuff, and I can help answer questions. But if you guys want to know anything particularly about moving here, there's some really great visa options that you can get now as well, that can help you to move to Russia if you're interested in that. But yeah, so look, I guess life is just a little bit easier here. You can be yourself, you can do what you want, everybody leaves you alone. There's no massive agendas pushing, gender ideology or fucking vaccines and all of this nonsense. They have their own programs, but there wasn't any of that craziness. I like the people. The people are really easy to get along with, very family-oriented, very traditional, and life is a lot cheaper. Like being able to do this here without a massive mortgage, it's impossible back home. I just can't afford to do that. With the amount of money that I make, here I can do that. And not only, here, but I've got, neighbors over here. Like this is summer house only. Then the neighbor further over there, you can't really see anybody. These are my only neighbors for the summer. But these are like just normal people. They're not, super wealthy people. They're just normal, everyday people who are living good lives close to nature, raising families. And here we can afford to do that. We can subdivide the land and we can do that. There is less restriction.
Hey, it's okay. You can go, Mama. Go, Mama. Sorry.
Than there is, say, in Australia. Massive restrictions on land. You can't just subdivide land and start building. It's just impossible. Here, it's very possible.
And not only that, Australia has so much land. I think Australia is bigger than the United States. Almost as big. At least as big as the United States. There's so much land over there. And I'm surprised that a lot of people are not taking advantage of that in Australia. Like you can literally make a lot of money and build a lot of houses.
They're building, sort of the founders of the village here just bought a whole nother section and they've put roads in and subdivided and they're starting to sell new plots. So if you want a bit of land in the eco village, let me know. I'll get you a bit of land. super cheap. It's gone up now, but still pretty cheap. Veggie gardens from last year. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. So that's why I moved to Russia. I don't know if that helps you in your decisions in what you're doing in your life, but for me, it was a good decision. I do love living here. As I said, and I'll finish this story, the first 4 years, I fought it. I just didn't like it. And it was after I left for the winter and then I came back, I realized I'm free. You know, I get to live this, the close to nature, beautiful people, but then I also get to travel. I get to go and explore and experience the world, because that's the life that I created for myself. The biggest thing for me is I've always followed my heart. I haven't been locked into any of the dogma or the doctrine of society. I've never done what anyone else wants me to do. I've done what feels right to me by following my heart. So I've created a life and a lifestyle that is right for me. It may be different for you, but as long as you're following your heart and doing what is right for you, how could life be any more beautiful? Because we get to choose, and that's really important. So I've created a life close to nature with my family in a place that I love, but I also have that travel. I have the adventure. I'm heading to Mexico in 2 months because when it starts getting real cold. As soon as the snow's on the ground.
Why would you go to Mexico, man? Why? Because I guess it's cheaper, right? Fucking A, man. I would never go to Mexico, bro.
I'm out of here. And I can do that because I've developed my life in a way, and I'm not that special. I'm just...
Why not go to El Salvador? You know what I'm saying? It's safer.
Just following my heart and doing my best. Chicken tractors. I raise chickens in those. My cabin, my office, been renovating that. So anyway, that's life. If you enjoy this, please subscribe and like. I think that's the thing that we have to do here on YouTube to stay connected.
Yeah, man. Hey, I just subscribed to your channel. Love that was very good. That was very good. I think Australia during 2020 COVID, man, they went full authoritarian down there, bro. They went full, like, and I'm not gonna talk about that too much here because, you know, YouTube maybe kind of you know, we have to be careful. That's all I'm gonna say. We have to be careful. So there you have it, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I think this is great that he just managed to just move to Russia. Okay, his family well established, build a house. You have to feel so much pride when you build something like that. So much pride. There you have it, folks. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you next one.